Simon Fraser University men's football team played host to the visiting Western Oregon Wolves on Saturday afternoon. Western Oregon is coming off of a big 66-20 win against Dixie, while SFU is looking to bounce back from their poor performance against Central Washington. Skipping ahead now to the 11th minute of the first quarter, Trey Wheeler throws a bullet, but it tips off the hands of his intended receiver, and the jump ball gets picked off by Pila, who takes it 49 yards to the SFU 13-yard line. A few plays later, as the Wolves creep closer to the red zone, they are able to find a hole as Harris carries the ball for a 2-yard touchdown. This drive would open the scoring. SFU, looking to get on the board and cut down the Wolves' lead, misses a straightforward 22-yard field goal attempt to keep the score at 7-0. This would go on to haunt them later in the game. Not long after, Western Oregon's quarterback Cody Van Appen takes the ball himself and finds a lane. Big 30-yard gain for the Wolves. On that play, however, Van Appen is hit hard by SFU's Isherwood and would not return to the game with an upper body injury. Skipping ahead to the second quarter, as Trey Shimabukuro, the new quarterback for Western Oregon, is not able to handle the snap, and Roper is able to recover for the Clan. After a nice series of first downs, Trey Wheeler is able to find Lamar Durant wide open in the end zone as the Clan tie the game at 7s. Durant would finish the game with 2 touchdowns and 110 yards receiving. They would add another field goal to go into the dressing room up 10-7. Now in the third, Western Oregon's Shimabukuro is forced out of the pocket, and with a scramble play to his teammate, the ball comes loose and is recovered by SFU's Adam Berger. The Wolves would fumble the ball a total of 4 times in the game. On the same drive, now moving into the fourth quarter, Wheeler connects again with his main man Durant for the second score. This would put the Clan up 17-10. Western Oregon answering back on the next drive as their running back Harris carries the ball 25 yards for the easy touchdown, deadlocking the score at 17-all. This was the second touchdown of the night for Harris. On the ensuing kickoff, the Wolves attempt to catch the Clan off guard with a little chip shot, and the fortunate bounce was able to cause SFU to lose possession, and Western Oregon gained great field position late in the game. Off of that play, the Wolves were able to convert a 35-yard attempt to go ahead by 3 at the start of the fourth quarter. SFU pressing Ryan Blum gets the call as quarterback to hopefully get something started for the Clan. He does just that as an amazing or acrobatic catch by Durant gives his team solid field position. How he saw that ball, I have no idea. From 22 yards out for a second time in the game, SFU would aim to tie it up, but a huge block by the Wolves would leave the Clan shaking their heads as Western Oregon edges Simon Fraser with a score of 20-17. Another solid game for SFU quarterback Trey Wheeler, going 24 for 50 with 283 yards, and a great effort by both Durant and Pospisil, each breaking the century mark. The Clan looks to bounce back next Saturday as they go on the road to take on Dixie State. Ava was able to catch up with Chin and Palmer to get their thoughts on the close match.
You guys held the Wolves to 20 points tonight. Tell us a few things that were right for the defense.
We always try to hang our hat on taking the ball away, and I don't know how many turnovers we had today, but we did a pretty good job at stopping the run, stopping the pass really, and just getting turnovers and trying to give our offense a chance to put us back in the game. So once we did that, we knew that that's what we had to do because the last couple of games, offense been picking up the slack for the defense. But I think today, we kind of proved that we're going to be one of the top defense to be reckoned with.
Speaking of turnovers, you guys had quite a few tonight. Was that a big part of the game plan coming into this match?
Yeah, as a defense, we always try to emphasize that the more that our offense has the ball, the less that their offense has the ball, so they can't score if they don't have the ball. So we didn't turn any of our turnovers into scores, which is another one of our goals. But I think that with the amount of turnovers we had, we did a pretty good job at taking away the ball. And like I said, once we get the ball, we just had to give the offense a chance to try and put a score up.
Bo, give us your thoughts on the game tonight and what happened on the offense.
Well, thoughts on the game. Both teams, us and Western Oregon, came out pretty fired up. We all know how the game went last month. So this is a big game for us, so we had to come out with some fire, and we did. And on offense, we did some really good things. Our problem was finishing. We drove the ball down the field, and mistakes happened, and other things happened that were out of our control, and we didn't get it done. So we got to bounce back next week, and that's got to be a major point of focus for us this week in practice, is just finishing our drives.
Right. What makes the difference between the offense we saw this week versus last week against Central?
The difference you just play differently to a team like Western Oregon. They're very big up front. They probably have the biggest front four defensive linemen in our conference. So our game plan was really to press the outsides, and they did a good job of putting that down after halftime. So we were sort of forced to take things up the middle more, and then you run into their front four. So we did some good things on the ground and in the air. So we just gotta take away from the good stuff and apply that to our next game in Dixie.